Hey everyone, this is Hasib. Welcome to my channel, The Unknown Files. Today we are exploring a fascinating question. What did ancient humans do at night? Without wasting time, let's get started. Today night when the sun goes down, you are going to flip a switch, light will flood the room and you won't think about it. But for 99.9% of human history, that switch did not exist. When the sun sets, the world went dark. You could not even see your own hand in front of your face. But modern humans almost never experienced this. And for over 300,000 years, every single one of your ancestors spent roughly half their life in near total darkness. They did not even have candles, just the black sky, the stars, and whatever fire they could keep alive. So, what did they actually do for all these hours? Answer change everything we think we know about sleep, storytelling, and what it means to be human. So, let's start with fire. Because fire is the reason any of this was possible. The earliest solid evidence of human controlling fire comes from Wonderworld Cave in South Africa, roughly 1 million years ago. But fire did not just keep people warm. Fire completely restructured the human day. Before fire, our ancestors were like every other primate. When the sun went down, you climbed a tree or found a sheltered spot and you stayed still. Moving at night means becoming food. Okay. Our eyes are triple in the dark compared to the predators that hunted us. Leopards, hyenas, wolves, all of them could see just fine. Fire changed that equation overnight. Literally, a campfire creates a circle of safety 30 feet in diameter. Inside their circle, predator won't come. Outside their circle, you die. This is not an exaggeration. Anthropology studying modern hunter-gatherer groups have documented that people who wander away from the fire at night are significantly more likely to be killed by predators, even today. But here's what's fascinating. Fire did not just protect humans at night, it gave them something they had never had before. Extra hours. Extra hours. Like, think about this. Before fire, useful day ended at sunset, that's maybe 12 hours. In summer, as few as might be 8 in winter. Fire suddenly added 2 for usable hours to every single day. And over thousands of generations, those extra hours change our species. But at night around the fire, the entire character of conversation changed. At night, 81% of conversations were stories, tales of people in distant places, adventures, myths about the origin of the world, jokes that made the whole camp laugh. Visitors argued that fire-like conversation is where human culture was born. The campfire was the original theater, the original classroom, the original religion place. It's where humans learned to think beyond the immediate present and imagine things that don't exist yet. And it's where we became us. But the night was not just about stories around the fire. There was something else happening. Something that scientists only rediscovered in the last 30 years. You were not designed to sleep the way you sleep right now. Like in 2001, historian Roger E. Creech published a paper that changed sleep science. All of them mentioned the same thing, first sleep and second sleep, that's all. Before the industrial age, people did not sleep in the continuous block. They went to bed shortly after sunset, slept for about 4 hours, then woke up. They stayed awake for 1 to 2 hours in the middle of the night. Then they went back to sleep for another 4 hours until dawn. This was not insomnia, okay? This was normal. This was not insomnia for them. This was how every human on the planet slept for thousands of years. And what did people do during that wakeful period in the middle of the night? Is it everything? Like, a 16th century French physician recommended that couples conceive children during this window because they will do it better. People visited neighbors, they interrupted their dreams while they are still fresh. They wrote, they simply lay in bed in the dark and tough. Our doctor's manual from the 1500th century advised patients that the best time to study and reflect was during the watch, as they called it, the quiet hours between first and second sleep, when the mind was calm and the world was still. Now, historians had been reading the reference for centuries, but they kept translating. The participants were in the state like a normal waking state. Their brains were producing elevated levels of prolactin, the same hormone released during meditations and after orgasm. Described feeling peaceful, reflective, almost meditative. It was not just a gap in sleep, it was its own state of consciousness, one that most modern humans have never experienced. So what killed it? The answer is simple, that you had think. In the 1600th century, cities began installing street lamps. Paris was one of the first under Louis Sif, who wanted to reduce crime. London followed also, like the night, which had been a place of danger and fear, slowly became navigable. Then came cheaper candles, then gas lamps in the 1800 centuries. And like then in 1879, Thomas Edison commercialized the electric light bulb, and within a generation, the night as human had known it for 300,000 years was gone. And here's the part nobody talks about. The word curfew comes from the curfew. It literally means cover fire. In medieval towns, a bell would ring at night, signaling everyone to cover or extinguish their fires. Not because of safety, because night was supposed to be dark. Night was when you slept, night was when you were vulnerable. For most of history, being out at night was suspicious. In many medieval European cities, walking outside after dark without a lantern was literally illegal. Night belonged to criminals and the supernatural. Like people feared it in a way that almost impossible for us to understand today, and then we conquered it, we flooded it with light, and we thought that was progress. But here's what we lost. Modern humans are exposed to artificial light and an average of 7 to 8 hours after sunset. This light, especially the blue lights from screens, suppresses your body production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Your body does not know the difference between a light bulb and the sun. When light hit your retina at 11 p.m., your brain interrupted as daytime. It delays melatonin release, fragments your sleep. It disrupts the circadian rhythm that evolved over millions of years. Researchers have found that people who go camping for just 1 week with no artificial light at all have their melatonin cycle researched by nearly 2 hours. Their bodies start producing melatonin at sunset instead of hour after it. Described as peaceful and meditative, does not exist anymore for most people. Instead, we have insomnia, and we treat it like a disorder. But what if it's not a disorder at all? What if waking up at 2 a.m. and lying there in the dark is not your body malfunctioning? What if it's your body remembering what it was born to do? For 300,000 years, your insects spent their nights in a rhythm that modern science is only beginning to understand. They gathered around fires and told stories that difficult civilizations, and every night when they woke in the dark between first and second sleep, silence, and talked about their life, their dreams, and the future life, like up to in the morning. We traded all of that for a light switch, and most of us never even knew it was gone. Okay, so share your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what you want to see in the next video. The comment with the most like might get picked.